When looking at a flat key signature, you can always quickly identify what key you are looking at. So, let's start off by noting that these are always going to be in the order left to right as the order of flats that we learned quite a while ago. If you look at this first example, we have B flat, every good boy, and then we have E flat, F-A-C-E. So that's B flat and E flat. Same as our order of flats, B flat and E flat. For this example, we have B, E, A, D, and G, just like our order of flats, B, E, A, D, and G. Now it's important to note that as they jump up and down, that doesn't make any difference as to the order. It's always left to right. We have B, E, A, D, and G coming across. In our flat key signatures, we have B flat, E flat, and A flat. Once again in order, the clef does not change the order. And for this bottom example, we have 5 flats, B, E, A, D, and G. So let's identify these keys. I like to say that flats fall back. If you look at our first treble clef example, we have B flat and E flat. The furthest right one I like to refer to as the newest flat. That would be E flat. If we fall back one flat, that takes us to this flat, which is B flat. And guess what? That's the name of the key. That's in B flat major. Our next example is B, E, A, D, and G, just like here, B, E, A, D, and G. Our newest flat, therefore, is the furthest right, and that would be G flat. If we fall back one flat, that would be like doing this. It goes from G flat to D flat. That D flat is now the name of our key. This is D flat major. So all you do is you fall back one flat. In our bass clef keys, even if you don't read bass clef or you're unfamiliar with bass clef, this first 3 flats are going to be the first 3 flats no matter which one that you're in. So we still have 3 flats, B, E, and A. Good boys do fine always. All cows eat grass. And all, so B, E, and A. If we fall back one flat, that takes us to E flat, which is the name of the key. If this was treble clef and we had 3 flats, it would still be the key of E flat. Our final example in bass clef is 5 flats, B, E, A, D, and G. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we end up with the G flat being the last flat. If we fall back one, that takes us to D flat, which again is the name of the key. So you have D flat in bass clef, and you have D flat in treble clef. Both of them have the same 5 flats in the same order. And that's how you identify flat keys. Now, if you have one flat, you have no flat to fall back to. If you use the pattern and you follow it, it technically works, but it's very confusing. So we have to memorize that one flat equals F. All the other ones follow the rule.